If you're watching this video, there's a really good chance that you were born in the 90s. The decade itself was famous for its fair share of cultural and political advancements. Above all, it was the golden age of the Saturday morning cartoon. You had your big hitters like Batman, Pokemon, Digimon, and all other types of stuff like that. But sometimes you had shows that were a little bit more unconventional, to say the least. I'm Guapo Jim, and today we're going to be doing a way back playback, digging deep into your childhood memories and talking about a show you probably haven't thought about in years. We're going to be talking about CYBERSIX and why this show was a true hidden gem. Before I talk about CYBERSIX, this is a super new channel. Mandem is on the come up, so if you like this video, please, I'm gonna need you to like the video, comment, subscribe, share, the whole deal. All support is super appreciated. Now, let's go back to the video. Thanks, man. So, for all of you who don't know or are too young to remember, CYBERSIX was a 1999 Saturday morning cartoon that was based off of a 1991 Argentinian comic book of the same name. Without giving away major spoilers, it followed the story of CYBERSIX, a genetically modified superhuman who rebels and escapes from the evil scientist who created her, Von Richter. She moves to this city called Meridiana. She becomes a male high school teacher by day, and she fights all types of scientific and supernatural forces at night. It goes without saying, there was a lot going on in this show. You've got to imagine, I would have been a little kid, like I would have been a little youth, and even when this show came out, watching this as a kid, I knew that there was a lot going on in this show. Everything from the theme song to the art direction to the cinematography, it was just really different than the other shows that I would normally watch at that time, but in many ways, that's what made it cool as well. It's weird because growing up, I would watch shows like The Simpsons and South Park, more adult-oriented television shows. But CYBERSIX felt even more adult than those shows did, even though it didn't have any swearing and it came on Saturday mornings. So in my head, I knew it was a kid's show. Maybe it was like the dark colors or just the overall kind of lack of humor, the way that like regular cartoons of that time would be. Whatever it was though, this cartoon, it really left an impression on me from then to now. The action and the fight scenes in this show were, in my opinion, they were top notch. I remember loving how she would jump and move from rooftop to rooftop. Even the way that they would just like animate her cape, I was always a big super fan of it. I've had this thing my whole life when it comes to like superly agile characters like Spider-Man and your Nightcrawler, Daredevil, Nightwing, just to name a few. And CYBERSIX, she fit the bill for that completely. So I was hooked from the jump. Don't even get me started on her Panther, Data 7. So in like a super sci-fi twist, the Panther is actually her brother who had his mind placed into the body of a genetically enhanced feline. As I said before, there's a lot going on in this show, and it's kind of best if you don't ask too many questions. The villain, Von Richter, he definitely felt like your typical I'm gonna take over the world type of Saturday morning villain. But Jose, his clone son, he was the real wild card. So Jose, he was like an aspiring mad scientist himself who kept trying to prove that he was better than the original. So because of this, he would come into conflicts with Von Richter, but then Von Richter would still be having conflicts with CYBERSIX, but then sometimes Jose would have conflicts with CYBERSIX, and that plus any other types of supernatural monster of the week type things that were happening in the episode, it really made for an engaging watch, even if you thought that the plot was super strange. Was CYBERSIX a perfect show? No, not by any means. It was super dark, even for 90s standards. But was it interesting? You bet your ass it was interesting. I mean, it's like I'm a grown man now, and I still think about times when I was a kid and I would watch that show. Unfortunately, it only lasted for one season, citing production issues as a major factor. It was rumored that each episode was costing over $360,000, and that's back in 1999 money. I don't even want to adjust that for inflation. This show, it cost money, bro. Like, it was an expensive show, and outside of Canada, it wasn't popular. Regardless, CYBERSIX, it holds a soft spot in my heart, even after all these years. And I just thought that you guys should know why it's such a hidden gem. If you ever get a chance, you really should give it a watch. Thank you so much if you've made it this far. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below on who I should do next. Stay safe, and later days.